Hello YouTube, welcome back to Let's Play Rimworld, episode 16. And we have our persona core, which is an important part of building your ship. So we do have a ship tab here, and you build your ship in pieces. So I think the most important part is probably the ship reactor, because this is what triggers that sort of, I guess, the climax of the game is when you get swarmed by you get raided like constantly for like a month straight. So this is the thing that I do want to build first, because I want to trigger it first. And hey, we got a party going on. Everyone's gonna get their mood boosted a little bit. That's great, because Diana and Magnus are still kind of they're still coming down from that raid that they had to do last episode. But it's good to have everyone finally back. And so I was talking about the ship reactor, and so the reason why I wanted to pump out all of the mud from the ground wasn't just so we could build our farm closer, it's because I wanted to build the ship closer to like the entrance of the base. I didn't want to build the ship way out here. So now that we can utilize this space, I'm going to eventually just tear all this stuff down. Okay, so anyways, going back to the ship reactor, we need 350 steel, which we have, 280 plasteel. We're just shy of that by about, like, I think 60 plasteel, 70 uranium. We need a lot of uranium, and 8 advanced components, which we only need 3 more. So I'm going to turn on the long-range mineral scanner. We're going to set it to uranium. We're still going to use the ground-penetrating scanner to find whatever it can find. It's going to be something kind of random. It might even find plasteel or uranium or something like that. I've also went ahead and set up 3 advanced components, because we already currently have 5, right? We have 5. We just need 3 more. And so I think it would be a cool moment, a good goal for this episode 16, to have the ship reactor built. But keep in mind, it still is going to take a long time to get the resources for all these other parts of the ship, mainly getting uranium as well as some of the advanced components, because all that's going to take a long time to. First we got to find it, then we got to go and probably battle some tribes over it or whatever, right? And so it's going to be a couple more episodes. This ain't ending anytime soon, but anyways, getting that ship reactor is like the first step, like we're kind of heading towards the climax. So okay, anyways, we're gonna let the pawns enjoy their party, hopefully get their moods raised, and I would also set their work schedule to research is a high priority. So Veronica, Violet, and newcomer Diana, who has very relevant research skills, can use the high-tech research bench, the long-range mineral scanner, and the ground-penetrating scanner. Okay, anyways, and it looks like there's still... Oh yeah, there's still compacted plasteel. Yes, let's make sure we get that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give the recording a quick pause. Bring you right back. Okay, well, our underground scanner just found something. Unfortunately, it found jade. Which unfortunately, I'm not really interested in jade, because you don't know what the underground scanner is going to find. It's going to find some random material, so... going back to the underground scanner, I think if you click on it, right? You click on it first, and then it's supposed to highlight what it found. Oh yeah, here it is. It found jade right over here, 300 jade. I'm not interested in the jade, so we're gonna keep using the scanner. Hopefully we find something else. Okay, wow, this sucks. So 8 of our muffalos have all caught the flu, so we're going to make sure that we have enough. We do have a lot of herbal medicine to take care of that. We're also going to just kind of harvest these 2 more. Okay, wow, that sucks. We're still trying to get the rest of this plasteel. We got Veronica, who's helping out with taking care of our muffalos. Well, a couple of our colonists have been very busy trying to attend to these buffaloes. We had 3 goats just randomly join us. Everyone's really concerned about the buffaloes, but we also have a Mushinto Shack of supplies. 11 turrets, 1 mortar, 2 pirates, and an unknown threat. Maybe. All for an anti-grain warhead. We might do this. We might do it. It's a one-use weapon. That's the only problem. And you put it into a mortar, it's not guaranteed to hit anything. Alright, how much did we get so far? 116 plasteel. That's a lot. That's a lot of plasteel. 157 plasteel. Isabel, while you're going to go and rest, go ahead and take some of this plasteel with you. Alright, since a couple of people don't really have anything to do, or we're going to have them do instead, we've got a colony full of really good miners, so we're going to just start strip mining various areas of the map. I think starting here makes sense. So yeah, we're just going to see if we can get lucky. Right now we're just sort of desperately looking for resources. We got Veronica here looking for uranium, and yeah, we've got advanced components being made, research being done. I think they're done tending to the buffaloes, thank God. That's finally, for the most part, done. We have a bulk goods trader. Let's see what they got. Alright, we've got an excellent deal going on. Okay, so let me tell you all about it. We're selling them, they're willing to buy the sick buffaloes, even though they already are on their way to recovery. I just want to get rid of them because we're still tending to them. We're still feeding them manually. So we're going to sell them the sick buffaloes. We're also selling them all of the goats. So we're only keeping a couple of buffaloes. We're keeping these 3 males, 2 females. No, 3 males and 3 females. Anyways, let's move on. We're buying 27 components from them, as well as 1 advanced component. We're selling them 3,000. This is the majority of the money that we're able to generate. All this buffalo wool that's been building up, it finally came in handy. So we're getting about $4,000 worth of buffalo wool by selling them the buffalo wool. We're getting about $4,000. And we're selling them all the smoke leaf joints, as we're getting 267 plasteel. That should cover us plasteel for the rest of the game, honestly. We're buying a bunch of books because I know the colonists like to read the books, and we're selling them like various clothing that we don't really need or want, you know. So yeah, that's a great deal. We're also getting 199 gold from them, so we should be good on gold and plasteel for the rest of the game. They don't have any uranium, unfortunately. They want to buy ours, which I'm not willing to sell. But anyways, yeah, great deal. Alright, gonna go ahead and press accept. Okay, so far strip mining has yielded some results. We got here, we struck compacted steel. We're not going to mine it out right now. I would prefer to keep strip mining the place. But check out how much plasteel we got. Due to that trader that came by, we have 617 plasteel. So how much does this other ship parts cost? 40. We may not be set for the rest of the game in terms of plasteel, but we're pretty close. So 617. So we're pretty close to being set. And just a quick update, we are going to try and wall in everything that we had to mine out to get the steel, so that raiders are not tempted to breach through into our base as a shortcut, basically. Decided, yeah, we are going to go and get this anti-grain warhead. The reason being is that it's only defended by 11 turrets and 1 mortar and 2 pirates, and the 11 turrets and mortar I'm not really too concerned about because, yo, we got a manhunter pack. Oh my god, there's 20 of them. Yikes, we also have a mad hare that just suddenly went crazy. Okay. Alright, let's get everyone ready to go. Okay. Okay, yeah, they're still over there. Okay, here they finally come, so we're gonna get everyone ready to go. The only problem is just having to rearm everything, you know. So we're at 1,300 steel. We're gonna see how much it's gonna cost to rearm all of these turrets. All right, we finished up machine persuasion. Since people sleep during interstellar travel, a persona core is necessary to handle the complex decisions of years-long flight. All right. And yeah, ship computer, that's what we can now build with that persona core. And for our next research project, honestly, I think I'm good. I mean, I don't plan on using any of these other items. At least we don't need any of these right now. The pulse charge, munitions, uranium slug turret, and the rocket swarm launcher. So this is a one-time use weapon, which I'm not a fan of. The uranium slug turret, I think you have to reload these with uranium. And I'm just really not that interested in getting some of these other research projects done. I mean, they're all pretty easy to do anyways. So I'd rather have them spend their time using the scanners to find resources for us. So we're going to turn off the high-tech research bench for now. We're having the team mine out a separate storage area. So what was on my mind was that once we do get that anti-grain warhead, like, where do you put it? Because it's incredibly dangerous. If it were to catch fire, it would blow up half the base. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna place it in a little separate storage area. I'm sure, like, if it were to somehow manage to explode, hopefully it would only take out, like, this area of the base. I don't think I'm trying to prevent that from ever happening, of course, but let's say if it were to. So one thing that we could perhaps be a little bit more careful of is the wiring here of these power conduits. We're just going to get rid of them and have no wiring in this area. And that means also getting rid of this, or just reinstalling this here. Yeah. We could just reinstall this here. There you go. Another thing that crossed my mind is chem fuel is also highly explosive. So what we should also do is restrict chem fuel to also be in this little confined area. So hopefully they'll just move all the chem fuel into here gradually. Yeah, so these shelves will all be chem fuel. And this shelf right here is specifically for one item. When we eventually get that warhead. Oh wow, this didn't take very long. We're getting sieged. So looks like they're going to besiege us. They're going to pound us from a distance. And there's a couple of people here who are, or one person who's related to Maya Magnus. So unfortunately, Maya Magnus are going to take a mood debuff when we eventually kill these guys, but it is what it is. Okay, so they're going to set up a siege. That means we're going to get everyone recruited. And depending on where they set up, I'm going to change the type of shell we're going to use. So, let's see. We just kind of have to wait for them to stop moving and start setting up. Okay. Yeah, we're going to use incendiary because the fire is helpful at spreading. So let's see. Let's get 3 people on here. Ludmilla. Actually, Veronica, Man, Steel, Dustin, Man, Steel, Man, Steel. Oh, nice. That was a great hit. Okay, we're done. I think we'll just fire off that last one and then we're good. Good job. That was a great first hit. We got 4 of them going south, so I don't think we need to send a lot of people. Go ahead and flick the switch on, Yuna, or Violet. Maya's just chilling. She's sewing the houseplants there. Okay, Magnus, immediately go and put out that fire. So some side loot that we got from this raid that these guys failed at was we got 2 reinforced barrels, which are worth quite a bit of money, and 11 components, which I'll never turn down. 141 cloth, and hey, look at this, 35 packaged survival meals. Wow, that's really good. Randy Random has given us a slate, a meteorite of slate, which we're thank you. Not really doing much for us here, but I am looking forward to grabbing all the. Oh, look at this, 6 incendiary shells as well. A couple of some steel, sure. Alright, it's the next day, and we got all of the loot that they dropped here, which yielded about, I think it was 11 components, 35 packaged survival meals, as well as 2 reinforced barrels. So we now have 77 packaged survival meals. Half of them we didn't even make ourselves. Okay, so let's go on that quest. And I think this is the best time to do it because we just got raided, so I think it's the optimal time to send a caravan. So we're gonna send. I gave Yuna as well as Violet EMP launchers to shut down their turrets. I can't remember the range on these though, how effective they're gonna be. And for backup gunners, we're gonna send. Where's our 2 other people? We're gonna send Isabel. I want to send Diana because she's the cook right now. Oh man, let me turn it. Alright, I think we're only sending 4 people, right? 5 people. We're sending Isabel, Yuna, Magnus, Violet, and Maya. Sure. Okay, so I decided that the group that's on that mission to get that, the warhead, we're gonna go ahead and send them back first, pick up Dustin, and then send them back, because Dustin has a sniper rifle. The only thing that can outrange a turret is a sniper rifle, so it was kind of foolish of me to send him without Dustin, but we got to go back and get him now. So I think that's just a safer thing to do. Okay, it's the next morning and we got a combat supplier coming in. We're gonna go in and trade with them as soon as they're a little bit closer. Doesn't look like they really have much, but you know, we'll see what they got. Hopefully we can get some uranium from them or other resources. All right, Diana, go ahead and see what they got. Well, they didn't really have much, but it's all right. It's all right. So what we are selling them, or we're just selling them some of these random weapons. We're also selling those 2 reinforced barrels, which netted about 800 in total, but we are buying a pair of flak pants and a flak jacket. We can always just make those on our own, but hey, that saves us a little bit of resources. We don't actually have to use the steel for it. You know, we can just buy it. If we could just buy it, that's fine. All right, so we've got Alright, they'll eventually haul this in. So how you guys coming back? Yeah, they're coming back. Hey, and just like that, our crew is back. We're gonna let them settle in for a little bit, and then we're gonna send Dustin, Magnus, and one of them, Violet or Una. We're only gonna send 3 people. Alright, we got a quest, another quest available. Let's go ahead and check it out. They want us to kill 7 tribespeople for goodwill. And who are these people? The 4 Tornado. I think we're friends with them, kind of. Alright, 4 Tornado. We're not gonna do it for people who hate us. Get out of here. Again. So, world. Let's go here. Farm caravan. Battleways. We're gonna send... I think it was Una. Yeah. Una, Dustin, and Magnus. In the meantime, we've got Maya and Veronica who are going to install carpeting for Isabel and Diana's rooms. Ludmilla's hard at work making us a bunch of components, advanced components. It's going to take her a while. And Dustin, Magnus, and Una are on their way back. Alright, they did that pretty quickly. They did that in just one day, less than a day. Looks really nice. We're going to have to grow cotton for next year, though. Going to need a pretty big harvest of it. You're almost there. Okay, looks like our team got to the item stash. Let's go ahead and check this out, see what's going on. So, okay, yeah, they're surrounded by turrets, and we do unfortunately also have this mortar that's going to start pounding us. So, let's see. So, I think, well, obviously we're going to get our guys down here. And we're going to see if we can get dozens to... please don't kill our okay. Don't kill our muffaloes there. Okay, we got somebody on their way. Okay, that's what we brought Magnus for. Okay, so nothing lost power yet though, because they're still getting power from this. So Magnus, are you capable of reaching that? No. Okay, this one lost power, but this one and this one still has. Okay, it's pretty good. I think we could maybe venture out a little bit closer. Yeah, I want Magnus to take that out. Okay, let's take out the power source. Okay, cool. Alright, so then no power. See if we can get down there. Okay, watch out, Magnus. Can you hit anything? What about you, Dustin? Can you hit this battery? No. Unfortunately not. Maybe he can't see it. I'm surprised a minigun can outrange a turret. I didn't really realize that. Yeah, take out that battery. And then just destroy that one. Okay, good job, Una. You didn't get hurt, did you? No. Okay. So we took out that power, that battery. Oh, Una, go ahead and just hang out there. And then this one has a range of... Okay, we can go right up to there safely. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, so far this has been clockwork. So go up to right about there. Let's not aggro this turret right there. Yeah, go ahead and take that out. Go ahead and go and get something to eat or whatever. Make sure you bring the muffaloes here. How come you can't see that? Alright, nice. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and claim. Okay, perfect, cool. So we're just gonna go ahead and sleep, and then we're just gonna do some furniture. Alright, no problem. And we got the warhead too. Okay, well that didn't take very long because we found a uranium pile. So let's go to okay, view related quest uranium pile. Let's see where it's at. Alright. We got some time to go and pick that up. Well, they can sleep on their way back from this mission. So we're just going to send them back right now. So let's reform caravan. Go ahead. And of course, take all that stuff. And we netted 4 components, 5 high explosive shells, 1 anti-grain warhead, 62 steel. Sure, we'll take it. And a bunch of turrets that we didn't destroy. We got netted 10 turrets. Is that possible? Steel mini turret? Yeah, 10 of them. And 1 steel mortar. And I don't think I'm interested in taking anything else. They got a poor condition shield belt, but we'll take that. Sure, why not? It's worth a lot of money. Another thing we're gonna do is finally install sterile tiles in the kitchen as well as in the butcher room. And we got a party going on, so everyone is gonna get a temporary mood boost. Good thing we got all kinds of beer available for you guys. It's gonna put everyone in a good mood. We're not really doing anything that critical anyways, so yeah, it's fine if they want to party it up. We have the flooring done for the kitchen as well as the butcher room. Oh, we got a couple things all happening all at once, so let me pause it. So what I want to do now is we're going to rebuild the butcher table. We're going to give them a steel one. And we got a couple things going on. So our crew is back. Welcome back, guys. And we got a cargo cargo pods. Let's see what they left us. some yayo or some flake. All right, we'll have someone going ahead and take that. All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and pack up to go on the the trip to get the uranium. So we're gonna send 4 people. We're gonna go and get this uranium. We're gonna send definitely Ludmilla, Maya. I think Violet, she also is kind of good at mining, and finally Isabel. They both, all 4 of them are very good at mining, so hopefully we should be able to get that as fast as we can. These guys are pregnant, so we're going to send 4 muffaloes with them. And some bedrolls and some food. Yeah, go ahead. Alright, there they go. Hopefully they'll be back by the spring so that they could participate in the harvest, or not in the harvest, but in the growing season. It's the next room day, so what we're having the crew do right now is we're going to clear out as much of this land as we can. We're going to prepare for both growing as well as shipbuilding. So we're finally getting to that stage in the game where we have to plan out where we're going to place our ship. I'm thinking about just placing it right here. I want it to be close to the door. And we got interrupted, so we're being ambushed by 2 tribes people. They want our assault rifle. We are going to refuse, and we are going to fight them. And let's see what kind of weapons they got. They got a bow and arrow. Okay, where's our guys? We're way over here. Okay, let's get some cover. Alright, no problem. Caravan battle one. Close. Okay. Go ahead and reform caravan. They were almost there. Anyways. Accept. Yes. Go ahead and send. Okay, so what we're doing back here is, before we got interrupted, we're going to grow food here. Our ship is going to be built somewhere around here. We're going to do some hay for the buffaloes here. I was thinking about doing Devil Shrine or Khan, but since I don't anticipate being on this planet for more than another year, meaning that, so during the year of 5505, which is the upcoming year, of course, we're going to just spend that entire year preparing for the launch. And by preparing, I mean making sure everyone's got proper armor. We've got a ton of meals already pre-made, because we're going to have 15 days of constant raid. We're not going to have a lot of free time to like cook meals and go hunting and things like that. So I'm gonna give the pawns an entire year to prepare. So 5506, that's when we'll launch our ship. And also, it's going to take us another year just to get all of the materials needed to build the ship anyway. So yeah, it looks like hopefully we're gonna be done with this playthrough pretty soon. It is taking a little bit longer than I expected. But hey, you know what? For the few people who have been checking back and kind of keeping up with it, I really appreciate it. And right now, in real life, it is now June. It is like almost the end of June in real life. And I started this playthrough back in like mid-January. So I started it on the coldest day of the year, which was 19 degrees that day. And right now, in real life, it is 103. It is probably going to be the hottest day of the year. And it's not even July yet. So anyways, it's just kind of an idea of how long this has been kind of going on. So anyways, let's go ahead and place a caravan hitching spot right there. Undraft. I want them to go ahead and bring the muffaloes down there. So this is our uranium. All right. Okay, so we might just sleep outside because we got 4 of them. And if we can, yeah, Isabel's gonna hitch the. Okay, I'm anticipating them probably having to spend the night here, so we're gonna put the bedrolls out, but we're not gonna make like a little mini shack or anything like that. We're just gonna. Why don't you go ahead and okay. Why don't you go ahead and do that? So the uranium takes a little bit longer to dig through than regular steel. Okay, well anyways, just in case we are gonna have to spend the night, they've got at least these bedrolls that they can sleep on. And I don't think this is gonna take them more than just a couple more hours. They're all really good at mining, but we got here kind of late in the day, so they might end up sleeping here just for one night. Okay, let's go back and check on what's going on. Wow, look at this. Yeah, they really cleared all that out. Perfect. Okay, so I also wanted the pawns to kind of clear out this area because we're gonna need all this for plants and growing stuff, and probably over here too. Just go ahead and cut all that. Our away crew is fast asleep. They've been mining all day, and so far they've yielded 566 uranium. We'll see if that's enough to, to get off the planet. Hope so. That seems like a lot. Okay, so our underground scanner found silver, which we don't need. Okay, we found some silver. It's not too far, but we're not going to go for it. It's kind of a gamble when you use the ground penetrating scanner. You don't always know what you're going to get. But there is 600 silver down there, and of course we found the jade way up here, which we're also not going to get. Okay, well, it's all right. It's okay. So let's see. Judging by how much plasteel, 280. Plasteel 40. Plasteel. Regular steel. Huh. Regular steel. Plasteel. Wow, these are all 140 each. Yeah, I don't think I have enough plasteel on hand. I have almost enough though. So we've got this set to plasteel. So we are gonna have to go on one more like sort of mining mission. We're gonna have to find plasteel somewhere. But hey, you know, we have like an entire Rimworld to figure that out, so it's okay. Oh, and they're done. How much uranium? 687. Let's hope that's enough. All right, guys, we're gonna pack it up, and we are gonna get out of here. Reform caravan. Uranium. We are over by... We're not over. We're almost over by 1 kilogram. Okay, we have just... we have exactly the maximum amount of mass that we can bring. Alright, so they're... yeah, so they're gonna start heading back. And literally a second later, we have a chunk of plasteel. We found another jump to a location of plasteel. So, wow, this was kind of far. So, as soon as they come back, drop off the uranium, they're going to have to go and get the plasteel next. So, our ladies, Maya, Ludmilla, Violet, and Isabel are going to be pretty busy. Oh, crap. So, this is my fault. They ran out of food. We sent them with 40 prepackaged survival meals, though. So, if there's 4 of them, and they eat twice a day, right, they're only eating 8. And they were only gone for 2 or 3 days. So I don't know how they ate through 40 survival meals that quickly. Okay, well anyways, what we're doing here is we're building out sort of the... we're not building the ship, of course, but we're building like the walls that we're going to use to protect the ship, as well as the flooring, so that when we build the ship and launch it, eventually it'll be... there's some kind of flooring underneath it. I don't know if that really matters, but I think that kind of just makes sense to me, like... in my mind. We've also got a few growing plots, so we're gonna plant corn, potatoes, hops, rice, as well as heel root. So we're not gonna grow any cotton or any double strand, because I really don't think we're gonna be here that much longer at this base. So what we really need is just food, basically, and a lot of it. Because we're not going to be able to grow any food next year, because I don't think we're going to need it. Okay, anyways, I got a little distracted by them running out of food. That's all. Like I'm a little scatterbrained right now. I'm like, how is that possible? But okay, anyways, it is what it is. Alright, we got an active quest. Let's just see what it is. Probably not going to do it. Psychic Soothe Pulsar. No, thank you. We are not remotely interested in doing something like that for a Psychic Soothe Pulsar. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should have at least taken a look at it. Ah, dang it. I already pressed cancel on it. Because it would be nice to have that during those 15 days of constant raids. Because you can put on the Psychic Soothe Pulsar and put all your pawns in a better mood. So, I was a little too hasty on clicking on that. My bad, my bad. I'm just a little concerned about these guys getting back. Because I was not anticipating that at all. I could have swore they would... Okay, anyways. I thought they would have enough, but I guess not. I guess 40 meals is not enough. Hopefully they could get back in 1.2 days. Okay, well, they're still 1 day away. Their malnutrition is... Right now, it's trivial. So hopefully, you know, they can get back pretty soon. And meanwhile, at the home base, they're almost done. Well, they're about halfway done planting. And Dustin has just been going out on a hunt, getting as much protein as he can for us, because I'm trying to stockpile. I'm trying to stockpile packaged survival meals. We're gonna make 50 of them this time instead of 40 of them, because they're gonna have to go and get that plasteel next. Well, they're almost there. They're only, but their malnutrition is moderate, and Ludmilla is about to go on a mental break. All right, we're almost done planting. It's the 2nd of spring, so it only took them 2 days to plant all this. And we're not researching anything anymore. We're not using the scanners, at least not right now. And then, as Ludmila's really not in a good mood, but they're almost here. And let's see what else is going on. We built out all this. Yeah, anyways, that's a quick update. And also our prepackaged survival meals were up to 41, plus whatever Ludmila just made right there, 45. Okay, they're back. Thank God. Okay. Our muffaloes are having a good time there. Okay, so they're all hungry. They're all just like, let's go get some food right now, and then I guess they'll bring the muffaloes back pretty soon. Or Diana and Yuna are gonna do that. And Muffalo 7 is pregnant. Okay, awesome. I'm just glad they're back. They can go and eat something. We're gonna give them a couple of days to rest and relax. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Where's Ludmila in particular? Okay, yes, Ludmila ate a fine meal and then had a beer, and then her mood improved. Okay, so, and also Violet, make sure you're taking your medication, Violet. When you're done doing that, don't forget to take your penoxylin. She's got the sickly trait. Okay, alright, we're gonna give them a couple of days. Right now they're also unloading all of the uranium that they picked up, that they mined, so if I remember, it was quite a bit. I already forgot what it was. It was like 600. It was something insane. Uranium 70. That's 200 right there, uranium. 210. Another 280. Okay, and how much for those caskets? 14 each, but we need 10 of them, so that's 140, so okay. That should be enough uranium. Oh crap, we're being raided. There we go. Ex-lover of Archer. Oh, this person. Okay, they're going to prepare for a while. And are they going to mortar us? They're going to, nope, jump to location. There's 31 of them. Okay, we're still not hauling our... Hey, there's muffaloes we can hunt. Okay, so they're just going to hang out for a little bit, make sure they're only coming from that one area. Okay. Alright, they're making their move against us. I didn't want to waste any of our mortar shells. Unless they were sieging us, I didn't want to have to like remake all of the shells again. Okay, wow. Okay, Violet, go after this guy. Yuna, go this way. Alright, that's enough, Violet. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and turn that off. Alright, we are out of steel again. It's rearming all of these turrets that cost us a couple hundred steel each time we get raided. So, Alright, so we need to find more steel. I remember we came across a steel vein here. And I know that there's a couple of close steel veins here. We'll just get this one next. Magnus has been hard at work cremating all of the fallen raiders. And I think they're gonna get started on this steel vein. Now we do have a couple of days left, right, to get this one. It's, let's say that's a 3-day journey to get there. Hostile activity recorded. Okay. Expires in 27 days. Alright. We need to get this first because we're just completely out of steel, and then we're going to go and get that plasteel next. Alright, we have a bulk goods trader. They're not affiliated with any faction. I guess they're just passing through. Alright, they finished mining that out. That was really quick. It was a very small steel vein. It yielded just a couple hundred, maybe 200 or 300 in total. Not much. But hey, you know, it's better than nothing. Alright, this is a really good trade. It's a little complicated. So, here's what's going on. We're selling them 4 of these Muffalo male calves. We don't need them. We've got too many Muffalos. As well as a couple of other, 1 female. So we're going to be, essentially we're going to be left with 6 Muffalos. 3 of them are pregnant, so we're going to be back up to 9 pretty soon. We're buying 17 components from them. We're selling them a bunch of textiles that we don't really need. But we are keeping all of our plain leather, as well as all of our blue fur, and all of our devil strand, and all of our cloth, which isn't much. We're also buying 722 steel from them, so that kind of helps, you know. And we're also selling them all of our Muffalo wool. We're buying 376 plasteel, so we may not even have to go on that trip. I think we're still going to do it because why not? We'll just have so much plasteel. We're going to be good. And let's see, what else are we going to sell then? Just a bunch of various clothing, you know, that no one's wearing, that we don't, you know, they fetch a pretty good price. And all of this is going to only cost us 122. So I'm really excited about getting 376 plasteel from them, as well as just dumping a bunch of stuff we don't need at all. So, okay, seems pretty good to me. So this is all the steel that they got at 722. Well, we also bought some medicine from them. And this is all the plasteel that we got from them just now. So 376 plasteel. So we're up to 796 plasteel. The reason why I got so much plasteel is that if we start making marine armor, you know, that's 100 plasteel for each person. And we've got 9 people, 9 colonists. And so 1 person already has marine armor, but we still would have to make 8 more of these. You know, that's 800 plasteel alone. If we want to get enough for everyone, that is. So, not cheap. So I think this was a very fortuitous trade. We've got a bunch of plasteel here, 375. That's enough to make 3 pieces of armor, plus the one that we're gonna go and mine way out there. Okay. Alright. So this is post-trade, so we really cleared out a lot of inventory, and I kept all of the plain leather as well as all of the light leather, so we have leather to make cowboy hats as well as dusters. I kept all of the blue fur so we can make parkas and toques. And I finally, of course, I kept all of the double strand, which was about 430, so we can make button-down shirts as well as pants out of all this stuff, in case we really need it. So we're good on clothing. And I'm glad to have all that stuff off the shelf because the raids were starting to get pretty large. We're smelting down whatever steel we can get from those raiders' fallen weapons. Not much, it's just a couple of ikwas and spears and knives and things like that, but you know, every little bit helps. We're currently at 53 packaged survival meals. We are currently at 57 now. We're almost out of produce. We actually went through almost that entire stack of produce that we had, so we're gonna be subsistent on simple meals until this harvest comes in. It's gonna be a couple more days. And we're gonna send the team to go and get that plasteel that's out in the world pretty soon. It seems a bit excessive, but I have a feeling we're gonna really just blow through all that plasteel pretty fast. We're only at 873. You can imagine here all the plasteel we're gonna need for 140 for each of these. You know, another 280 for that. So 40 for that, plus all of the caskets, which is going to be another 140. So yeah, it's gonna be a close one. And whatever plasteel we have left over, we're going to turn into armor. So I don't anticipate everyone being able to have access to the really cool recon armor or marine armor. But we're gonna just do the best that we can. And I think we're gonna just call it an episode right there. I know it's been a while since I last uploaded anything. I'm gonna try and get an episode out at least once a week because we're kind of getting closer to the end here. So, anyways, thanks to the people who have been interested in this playthrough and seeing how things turn out. Really appreciate it. And all right, well, it is like I mentioned, it is like one of the hottest days of the year, and it's not even July yet. So it's 103 today, but in my apartment, it's higher than 103. I'm sweating bullets, and I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. All right, everyone. Thanks for your time, and see you in episode 17.